G'day gamers, I'm Monty, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to have a look at a little recap for what happened to the OCE teams at the Birmingham Major, but we're also going to have a look towards the Raleigh Major Split in terms of what teams stuck and what teams have made changes and all of that good stuff. So stick around, we'll go through all that today. So for the OCE teams that did go to Birmingham, what happened? How did they go? Not well. Chiefs did go out 0-3. While Wildcard not being able to make a 2-3 run like they have in the last 3 events before this one, they went out 1-3 with their only victory being a Game 5 win against Foot Esports or the SSA seed / EU 52nd seed. Both teams getting knocked out by Luminosity, the APAC team, which is technically 1/3 APAC team, but the APAC seed regardless. Chiefs going 0-3 against Furia, then Twisted Minds, and then 2-3 against Luminosity. Meanwhile, Wildcard really got the blood pumping in the first series, thinking, okay, this is going to be another 2-3 run from them. They went to Game 5 against K-Corp and didn't get the job done. In round 2, they did 3-2 Foot Esports, which was a little bit scary watching that one. Probably would have liked it to be a little bit more comfortable. They did avoid a reverse sweep in that though, winning Game 1 and 2, losing Game 3 and 4, and then clutching up in Game 5. They then went on to lose 0-3 to GK or GK, and as I mentioned previously, they did lose to Luminosity, that being a 1-3 series. OCE regionally have looked very good in the first split. I was hyping this up, thinking this might be, a chance for OCE to make a top 8. We're looking really competitive. Our top teams are all really challenging each other. Thought it could be a good sign for what we could bring to international competition. Turns out I was wrong. We kind of just lost the plot when we got to the major. Really disappointing as an OCE fan. Been looking for a top 8 resurgence and it just hasn't come yet. Maybe Raleigh is the opportunity for these OCE teams to do that. With that being mentioned, let's take a look at the roster moves that has happened in this transfer window. Out of the way first, 3 teams have stuck from the top 8. Wildcard stick, Chiefs stick, and TSM stick. Little interestingly, Scrimswell, ex-Scrimswell, have made a change, that being Laxon leaving the roster. This happened very early into the transfer window, but of course, haven't done a video. This is the video of everything that went on. So Laxon of ex-Scrimswell, which is now Power, did leave for the roster of Scrub, Shores, and Dougie as the coach. That being a straight swap with the ex-Power roster, with Gus going the other way, going to play with Luna and Caleb, and Adam Baguette as the coach, and that roster has joined Power, whereas Laxon, Scrub, and Shores currently do not have an org. They are looking for one. Elsewhere, an interesting move is that Nasty, who was on Akimbo and also Axo in I think Regional 1 and 2, has left that roster and has gone to join Cobo and Hawk, the ex-Prodigy side. That roster of Cobo, Hawk, and Nasty currently, as far as I'm aware, do not have a coach. They will be playing under Scrimswell. Those are sort of top 6 sides. In terms of top 8, I'm actually not sure. There's a couple of names in there that I think we could be seeing. Namely HSP, the name has returned. The casters will non-stop talk about this, I am sure. But HSP, this time around, being Baz, Fades, and Prompt, a very solid roster. Most likely, I would expect, should be making that top 8 run. There's also Prime Petty's Pups, which has Bal, Misty, and Keckles. I'd expect that to be a roster that should be able to make a top 8. We'll have to see if they can actually do it in the event. And there's also Serrani, which is Pagsy, Creed, and Negative. That's another roster. I'm not sure if I've got them right into the top 8, but they are right up there. Other than that, I think that's pretty much the teams covered. For your details on when these events actually do take place, the information for you is that Day 1, which is Double Elim Friday, has not gone ahead. That has been confirmed in the RLCS Discord. So Friday being cancelled does mean that Day 2 is technically Day 1 in OCE, which is a double elimination format. That's on Saturday, April 19th at 5 AEST, which is standard for OCE. Day 3, which is the Swiss stage, is on Sunday, April 20th at 5 AEST as well. Of course, that does coincide with Easter, so we might be seeing some teams pull out in the Swiss stage, I'm not too sure. We'll have to see what actually happens. But I'm sure that there will be some people unhappy with that date being when we're playing. Day 4, which is next week, is on Friday, April 25th at 5 AEST as well. That is your GSL stage. And next weekend on Saturday and Sunday, 26th and 27th, you will also have Day 5 and Day 6 hybrid elimination. So same time as well for all of that. Another point to make is that top 8 from last split do not get automatic qualification for Swiss stage in Open 4. It will continue in Open 5 and 6, but for Open 4, every team has to play through double elim. So you'll see the likes of Chiefs, Wildcard, TSM, Scrimsworld, Power, etc. all playing through the Day 2. You should be able to see all of them play live on various different Twitch channels. I will again be covering TSM this split, so huge pleasure in doing that. But if you don't have anyone else to cheer for, or you just want to cheer for TSM, join me on Saturday and Sunday, and on Friday next week, I will be live for all of those, and we'll take you through all the TSM coverage, as well as some watch parties for Day 5 and Day 6. That is it from me today. I probably missed a lot of information that I shouldn't have missed. I apologize on that front. I do also want to say there has been a bit of a lack of content from me recently. In terms of 1v1s, we have been streaming and we have been putting that up on YouTube as well. So that is at least a nice thing that I've been doing. But in terms of actual coverage of OCE, it's been a little lackluster. To be completely honest with you, have got some other things going on in terms of pursuit of some fun things for myself, but also in terms of I've really not enjoyed editing, and that has really killed my enjoyment for doing all of these videos. I will still try to push out important information when I get it, but other than that, it's been really hard actually forcing myself to edit these videos. I enjoy the content that I'm making. I just cannot get past my hatred of editing at the moment, which is unfortunate. Hopefully I get through it and more content can keep on going. But yeah, that's it from me today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on Saturday and Sunday.